What's up, guys? You know what night it is. It is Tuesday night, cards and cake. Look at that. And I am super excited because, well, I just hopped out of the shower, so that's why my hair's wet. I got some awesome cake here from my favorite bakery here in Los Angeles. First time I have been here in over a month, so I can't wait to dig into this, as my friend Fantasy Football Card Quest would mention. Plus, if you can't tell right now, this is a new camera. So I don't know if my audio's off. I don't know if you guys can see me clearly. It looks pretty good on my screen, but I'm excited because now I look like I'm in one of those Christopher Nolan movies. So with that being said, welcome back. Now let's get to work. This is going to be a very fun, very special cards and cake because I do have a couple giveaways, and I see all of you guys there in the comment section, and your support, the energy you guys give me means the world to me. So I got to say hello to David Hunter, even though you're using Fantasy Football Card Quest's line right there. Mike C, what's going on? Brian Kingsley, of course, you're here. NPS Sports 97. In fact, you are one of my the guys I wanted to shout out for joining the community. And Steve Elmore, you're always here as well. You know what, dude? It's playoff baseball time, but I'm super excited because my Tampa Bay Lightning finally won a championship. They won the COVID Cup, as I call it, after beating the Dallas Stars in 6 games. And I got to sell a lot of my rookie cards, which actually made my month. So very cool right there. What's up, Shelly? What's up? Yeah, of course you do, man. Here's the thing. We're at 2,500 subs. So that's the community size, which is very cool. But don't think that it's like a huge prize. It's really more like a token of appreciation. But we'll get there. We're going to get to the good stuff. Shelly, what's going on? David, thanks, man. I want to look really dramatic in here for you. What's up, Mark? What's up, Big D, Mick G, 73, Chris Williams. All right, guys. So if you're just hopping on, yes, I got my cake right here. I'm going to eat this later. But I also want to show you something else because you don't see the BTS. And the BTS is what I have so I can eat this cake. And that is my giant green smoothie. So this is my other fetish right here. I got to have my green smoothie. And then check out this mug right here. It's me. Have a Brad-ass day. So this is what I will be eating during the live stream. And if you guys don't know, I intermittent fast. So it's here at 6 p.m. on the West Coast. And this is my first bit of calories for the day. But once I have this sip, I'll be good to go. That was good. All right. I'm glad I'm on the perfect time slot. So a couple things. We're going to do some giveaways later. I really want to focus on your Q&A, but I want to share one question that I got from a guy, DJ, who sent me this question. I want you guys to help me answer this question for him because there's not like an easy answer to it. It's just a matter of how you interpret this. So let me share the screen here, and I'm going to pull up. Crazy. All right, so help DJ out with this question. He has this 2018 to 19 Prism White Sparkle number 85 Larry Bird. It's not serial numbered, but there's only 20 for each player. He got a graded SGC 9.5, and there's no real cards to compare it to. There were a couple LeBron James BGS 9.5s that sold for almost 700. But obviously, Larry Bird in a current card is not LeBron James. Those sold for $1,200. What should he do with the card? He has about $80 in. And that's the card. It's a really beautiful card of Larry Bird, the guy that looks like a tomato, if you didn't see that meme earlier. What would you do with this card if you had $80 in and there's no real comps? Let me know in the comments and help him out, help DJ out. I hope that's a good thing. What's up, man? From Australia, Craig C. I appreciate you, dude. Send it to PSA. Okay, send it to PSA. It is a good-looking card. My first thought on it was compare it to Magic Johnson. See if Magic Johnson was in there because even though that's a bit before my time, I always thought Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, they would be as comparable as possible in terms of era and legacy and see what any Magic Johnson cards like that have sold for. But if it's $80 in, I mean, what makes sense to me is just see when Larry Bird is relevant again, or during Christmas period, or some sort of era where all the 80s stars are seeing a surge for whatever reason, and just put up for auction there and see what the market says. But I don't really have much advice. He actually has an SGC 9.5, Craig. Get Larry to sign it. Yeah, I mean, that'd be pretty sweet if you got a plan for that to happen. Send it to PSA. Okay, so I'll let DJ know that if he sends it to PSA, he could get a 10 and it could sell better. But in the email, he also mentioned that he didn't send it to PSA because he didn't want to wait so damn long. On that topic, very nice segue, is I went and did my second bulk submission to PSA today through the bullpen here in Los Angeles. And unfortunately, it wasn't the best of news. The guy there, who's a really nice guy, I was asking him what the turnaround times are, what he's been seeing, because bullpen is about 45 minutes outside of PSA's headquarters, and they've done business with them for so long that they should be able to have some sort of expedited service, or like some, a better relationship. You get the cards back a bit better or quicker. And he said that just a couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, they were receiving bulk submissions back that they had sent them in February. So we're talking about all of March, April, May, June, July, August, September. We're talking 7 months minimum. And if it was the beginning of February, it'd be even longer. So that makes me very sad. And he even said that PSA has done all the hiring, but they're looking at like 6 to 7 months, even with their relationship. I'm hoping it's one of those under promise, over deliver situations where the cards will actually come back a lot quicker. I'm pleasantly surprised. Yeah, that's a great piece of advice for DJ as well. You're a DJ. His name's DJ. So there you go. Dude, maybe, man. And Space Jam and the Olympics and that all that stuff next summer is definitely on my mind right now. Dude, everyone's making a documentary. I feel like I remember hearing Kevin Durant has his own production company. Steph Curry does. I feel like with Gary V's influence and social media, it's just one of those things. If you have a platform because you're a great athlete, you have to have your own media company to then amplify your own platform. And that's cool, though. I mean, it's awesome. Good morning, dude. And Global Sports Card Investor and El Duderino, you both guys are in Australia, to my knowledge. Let me know what city y'all are in. I forgot if it's Perth or Melbourne. I think one of you guys are. Oh, yeah, you're Melbourne. Global, let me know where you're at, too. Here's the thing, man. It's 25 service for through the bullpen. So it's 25 for the faster service, but none of the cards are very valuable. So like, to me, it would have been easy if it was a card that's like $200, $250. But a lot of these cards, I'm thinking, look, I just want it back. And if I could sell for $70, that's fine. Do I really pay the extra 15? So a lot of it was weighing the pros and cons. And if I'm in that next tier of card prices where it's okay, it's $150, $250, $300 card, I'd definitely do the 25, just because then I get it back, I can sell it quicker, and I could roll it over. And it was just one of those things where these cards, they just weren't that valuable to the point where I could easily say $25 a card is good. But, it is what it is. Yeah. And the thing is, see, if that's 2 months, that's way, way better. And I will say one of the things I don't know about regret, but we'll see if I regret it, is the fact that if I would have submitted a lot of these cards in May and June when I received them, I would have for sure them back before Christmas. So I would be able to sell during the holiday rush. And now that first batch of mostly Kobe cards that I sent in August, I might not even get that back till January or February. And that would really suck, because even if his documentary and more hype is around Kobe in January, February, I want to take advantage of holiday spending, because that's where money flies. And, it's just one of those things. What do you guys think of Big D McG 73's question about Russell Wilson? Is he a buy right now? And the thing is, like, for me, Russell Wilson was an amazing buy over summer when Patrick Mahomes' prices kept doubling over and over again. So I bought a lot of Russell Wilson's, and him and my boy Braden Point of the Tampa Bay Lightning have been my best sales so far this month. But it's because I bought Russell Wilson before. It's a matter of it's just like a matter of, do you think Russell Wilson will continue to hold this lead and not get injured and not go through a slump? And I have no idea. And he's a sell. He's a sell. Well, Shelley's like yes on Wilson. And I mean, to me, it's like Russell is great long term if you don't mind the downside that he could get injured, he could go through a slump, and he could see his prices drop 20%, 25%. If you can wait out the storm, Russell Wilson is like, he has his legacy like already being solidified. He has the Super Bowl ring. He's a likable dude. He's popular. He's married to Ciara. I think Ciara, one of those. So to me, it's like Russell is risky short term for these prices, but he's very low risk long term. That's just my opinion. Yeah, dude. If you're sending from Australia to PSA and then waiting for them to come back, good luck. Good luck. See, that's an interesting one right here. Inserts, yes. And oh man, I wish I had it here. I actually have a really cool Russell Wilson 2015 Topps Finest, like 1995 edition refractor of Russell Wilson. I have 3 of those, and they're beautiful cards. And I even got a couple of Mike Evans of those as well. But I think that's a good idea, is Russell Wilson inserts. I also have about 10 or 15 first-year select Russell Wilsons that were pretty cheap. But the rookie cards, dude, too high. And here's the thing, man. It's crazy because there's more and more Aussies and I don't know what's the word, Brits, Englishmen, getting into cards that we need we need headquarters overseas. We need different ways for this to operate, because it's so bad in terms of turnaround times when you live 40 minutes away from the headquarters. And I can only imagine all the logistics you guys have to go through, sending it overseas, customs, send it in, do all that. But again, if you guys are from another country, if you're overseas right now, again, Star Stock, you can actually send cards from the US directly to Star Stock without you having to receive them yourself. So if I were overseas, that would be huge. Star Stock, it's only active rookies, but if you buy them off of eBay or from breakers, you can send those cards directly to the address that they give. You don't have to have them shipped at home and then type up or have like a printout of all the inventory and then send it across the ocean again. So I would totally do that. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, if you disagree with me, I'm less likely to show your comment. So that's just that's how I operate. Eden, what's up? Dude, and I think one point I wanted to mention is like Ziggy. I had him on the show earlier, like a couple months ago, and every month he submits to PSA. It's pretty much the cards are in, you submit it, and it's just this endless cycle. And long term, if you're in this hobby for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, you just kind of get used to it, which makes sense. But for us, for a lot of us that are just in right now and for the last 6 months, a 6-month turnaround is like, holy shit, I've been in this hobby for 6 months and it's going to be another 6 months till I just get these cards back. But, you know, grand picture of it, it's, hey, got my cards, send them in, forget about it. And if you lose out on the maximum amount of profit, it is what it is. But I really want it to be at least like 2 months. I think 2 months is pretty reasonable. Awesome, JJ. Let me know how that goes. Yeah, Brian, even Canada to US, customs and everything, it takes forever. I sent a package to Jason from Jason's Breaks, and it took him like 2 months to get it. And it's literally LA. Okay, it's Southern California, but LA to Toronto. It's not over any ocean. And yeah, big thing with PWCC Vault. I remember you can buy cards off of eBay if PWCC is a seller, because I've done this before, and have them stored in their vault instead of having them shipped to you. So I bought 12 of these Braden Point PSA 10 rookie cards. In fact, let me see. I have one of them one of them right here. I bought about 12 of these. Let's see if that's – ooh, look at that. Damn, that looks good. This autofocus on this camera, that's sick. Okay, anyway, had my fun. And I bought them, and I couldn't figure out their vault system where I didn't understand how to set up an account and have them just put it in their vault instead of sending it to me, because half of them I didn't mind having in their vault and just forgetting about it. And what ended up happening is I got charged like 10% tax because I live here in California. And it sucks. It sucks, but I'm happy to get the cards. I'm happy to keep a few of those for myself because that dude was a complete stud for my Lightning. What do you guys think of Allen Robinson at this point? Let me know in the comments there. I don't have too much of an opinion. That would be more of a fantasy football card quest question. That's right. Facebook groups. I saw one about Facebook groups. This is something I was going to ask Ziggy about again because I forgot what Facebook groups he'd mentioned. If you go in that live stream with Ziggy No, he'll mention some of them. But in terms of the fact that I'm scaling up to higher end graded cards, I want to avoid as many fees as possible and also get in the rhythm of selling in groups where at first it's a bit scary because it's not set up in a way I'm familiar. You know, eBay is very easy to see. And even though there's scams and all that kind of stuff, long term, the bottom line is I got to get used to Facebook groups. So if you guys know any good Facebook groups to look into for selling cards and whatnot and buying cards, let me know in the comments section. Damn, I hate it when that happens. Hate it when that happens, man. You just got to click that other button. But I thought they do have sales data, Brian, and I mean it's on theirs. What I like is CompC's sales data is very, very good. So maybe it's a good idea to use CompC's sales data and then apply it to StarStock. David, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at Braden Point's prices in like a couple months' time because I sold these cards like 175 to 190 a piece, about 4 or 5 of them, and I thought they would sell more. I thought like more and more of them would sell, but they haven't. But again, I paid $37 to $44 a piece, so that margin is great. But I'll look into these PSA 10s. I also have about 6 or 8 of those Point rookie cards going to PSA, so I'll see how long it takes to get back. But he's just one dude that I'm so impressed with. He's really young. He's a great puck handler as well. He's very fun to watch. He's kind of like Luka in a way where he has the puck and you have no idea where he's going to go with it. But there's always a play coming up when he has it. There you go. Matt, 14K, Golden Boy Stern. We got 2 things tonight. We got the cake in HD, new camera. Look at that. You see the moisture. Look at that. Oh, damn. I just want to hold it up the whole time. So I'm going to drop it, and that would suck. And then what I have before is my smoothie, and I intermittent fast. So this is actually the first thing. You kind of see my face there, right? It looks creepy with that white smile. There it is. So because I intermittent fast, this is the first thing I've had all day except for black coffee. So that's why I do that. What do you guys? Oh, I was going to show this one real quick. Anyone on vintage football? Personally, I am not. Even if it's a great investment, which it makes sense that it is, it just doesn't excite me. And I like the challenge of keeping up with the sports because with vintage, I feel like I don't have to keep up with sports. And the fact that I like looking at the headlines and I like looking at all this kind of stuff, active players excite me more. And I feel like the upside with vintage is more just for other people getting in and buying it. And maybe they're 40 to 60 years old and they have some money and they grew up watching Troy Aikman or, I guess Terry Bradshaw, some of the older guys, and the money's there. But the fun for me is definitely where's the headlines going, who's getting the attention, what players are just left in the dust and forgotten about, and could come back. And I actually bought another Jared Stidham rookie card. I bought one, a silver prism rookie card raw of Jared Stidham, and guess how much I paid? Someone write it in the comment section. Just guess. It's not like insanely low, but it's pretty damn low. Let me see that. Take that shit away. Okay, Jared Stidham raw silver prism. El Dudorino, I am $3.50. All right, come on, guys. $3.50. $8. Okay. It was actually $25 and change off of Comp C, but his base prisms were, I think, $8 to $20, $30, $40. Obviously not selling for the high amounts, but I was like, 8 was the very lowest, and a silver prism for 25. And usually when on Comp C, the ratio is like 10x. It's something like, all right, if they have a $3 prism rookie because they're not really known or they're very, not very good, their silver will still be 28 to $35. And for Jared Stidham, like if he just gets anything, that silver prism should be $50, $60. That's my thoughts, at least. Oh shit. Okay, I got to go through a couple of these questions right here that I'm missing, and then I'll go back down to you, Chris. Extremely stoked. I'm extremely stoked to make money off of a player that I believed in, who's on my team, who won the Stanley Cup. Really investing in LeBron James non-rookie cards, to me, the answer is yes. It's just a matter of which ones. And the point is that look, the high-end rookie cards are going to be out of 99% of people's budgets, whether they're just casual investors or kids. So the trickle down has to be there. And so the question would be, are there enough rookie cards of LeBron James to make sure that everyone that wants one can have one? And I don't believe, or can afford it, like for $30 or $50. And I don't believe so. So if I'm a fan of LeBron and I have $20 to invest in LeBron or just collect, what am I going to go with? And if all the rookie cards are out of the question, then, well, is it a first-year prism? Is it a second-year prism? A third year? Is it a first-year optic? A second-year optic? Is it? So the point is, someone of LeBron's stature, I believe, can go way beyond the rookie cards just because he's such a global brand and he's so popular that the rookie cards should be out of most people's price range. If there are rookie cards of LeBron that are $10 and $12, I'd be buying those up like crazy. Cody, thanks for the shout out of that group, Cody's Community Collectibles. If you are looking for Facebook groups, check out Cody's group. Comp C, it's pricey. It can be pricey, but there's a lot of people on there that will put up sales and they'll accept offers at 75% of the asking price. So I've been buying up a lot of Zions, Lucas, some John Morant's, cards that really peaked in August. And now if it has to be it has to be half, if not less than half the price it peaked at, because I'm expecting it next season, Christmas, whatever, maybe the card doesn't even hit that last price, that last high price in August. But if I'm buying it at half, like if it's a $30 John Morant rookie card and it peaked at $60, I need to be comfortable that I can get at least 45. So, I mean, without the season even starting. And that's what I feel pretty good about. Like, when people start buying in for next year, all that stuff, I feel pretty good that if I'm buying right now a $30 John Morant rookie card, I can get 45 before tip off. And I might be wrong, but I feel like there's enough room of leeway. There's like enough leeway for me to be good with that margin. I hate your friend. Prisms, LeBrons, yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, the hobby, it pretty much goes, all right, if institutional money comes in and is just buying up all the rarest stuff, and then other investors are buying up $10,000, $20,000 cards, and then other investors are buying $1,000 cards. Yeah, it has to trickle down, and that means a kid that likes LeBron has got to look somewhere else. The question is, where is that kid with $50 going to invest? What LeBron James cards would he want and why? And if we're able to figure that out, then that's the next step. Awesome. I got you hooked. I hope it wasn't just the cake that got you, because dude, this cake in HD is something else. Look at that. When it focuses on the cake and blurs out my face, that's something else. $18 cake right there. Yeah, I mean, look, if I have to rely on the prices to hit the all-time high, I'm a bit nervous. That's why every card I buy, I'm still nervous about if I pay the highest price ever, then I'm relying on a new record being broken, which it very well could be. But again, it's just like, do I want to risk it? Because what if August was the peak? What if that was where money was really flying and no one had any care for what the prices actually were, because they were just speculating over and over again, and it never hits that again unless that player performs insanely well next year. Well, if 60 is the high, 30 is what I'm buying in, then I'm okay with that margin. But I'm a very conservative person. Just like PB&J, that's right. Dude, and yeah, Zion cards are cheap, and it's good because he didn't look amazing. He obviously has a lot of talent, but with all the injury issues, the weight issues, I'm glad like his prices just got slashed, because now I'm buying up his cards a third. Like John Morant, some cards are a half of what it peaked at. Zion cards, some of them are a third, like $10 for a $30 card, $15 for a $45, and it's so low, or it's so much, such a big difference that's where I feel very good about getting in. You see, okay, Thanksgiving. Here's my feeling on this is that after Thanksgiving, it's going to be a shit show. I think boxes are going to be selling like crazy because a lot of the gifts are going to be sports cards, singles and boxes. And then when I think of just for a Christmas tradition, maybe a father and son, or a mother and daughter, mother and son, father, daughter, they're into cards now. And as like a cool thing to do over the holidays, could be one of the presents could be buying a box of cards and opening it together. I think that could be a huge thing for Christmas. So in a way, I almost feel like there's going to be a lot of cards hitting the market after Christmas with all the boxes being open. And after the NBA's over, the only thing is that I don't know if players that have been eliminated will be going down after the finals are over, because there's not too much time before next year. But also, like, no one's thinking about Trae Young now. Like, I mean, yeah, he's a good investment overall, and some investors are thinking about him, but there's no reason to think about Trae Young now. But when there's no attention on the Lakers and on the Heat and it's over, then all of a sudden, draft next year, Steph Curry, the Warriors, the Timberwolves, #1 pick, all that kind of stuff starts to enter people's minds. And I don't know if it'll go down further than it is now. I don't know. And then plus, my other thing is, my other strategy is look to see if and when the next stimulus checks come out, and make sure I am buying up everything before that first wave of people get their checks, because that's when I want to sell. I don't want to compete with 30,000 investors that just got an extra 1,000 or 1,200 bucks in their pocket. I want to make sure, buy it all up, and then they get it, and then I list stuff, and then they could buy my stuff at a premium. Awesome, man. Appreciate it. Okay. Well, look, it's 6:30 now. I want to do my first giveaway, and this is going to be trivia. So let me pull it up here on my other page, and let's see which one. Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm going to show you a picture, and all I'm going to tell you is this. And the first person to get it right, you get the prize, and I'll figure out what the prize is later. Just don't expect much. But here it is. Name this recording artist. Okay? Name this recording artist. And I'm going to show you the picture in a second. Name this recording artist here. Let's see if anyone got it. Hold on. Oh, different one. Let's see. Hold on. I'll put it back up. Name the recording artist, not who that actually is. Come on, someone's got to get it. Look at who it is and look at what he's doing. Okay. There we go. This thing's hard to navigate here. Yes, it's Post Malone. Okay. So there we go. I think the first one here, that's the first one I see. Sorry, wait, hold on. Let's see if you are the first. Yeah. All right, dude. So NSP Sports 97. What I need you to do is contact me on my website, thecomebackcardinvestor.com. Just say, oh shit, you said Karl Malone. Craig C. Dude, Craig C. Sorry, completely screwed you over there. But Craig C. Post Malone, man. It's Post Malone. It's Karl Malone in the post. And the reason, every time I see Post Malone's name or I think of Post Malone, I always just think of Karl Malone posting up. So that's it. Craig C. Sorry, NSP Sports 97. You'll get it next time. Craig C. Contact me on my website and just put I won with the Post Malone. Turd Ferguson. Yeah. Okay, I'll do another one right now. In fact, yeah, let me go to the next question real quick. And let me pull it up. Okay, this guy was one of my favorite players. And so your hint is that he was on the cover of this video game. It was NBA Live 2010, first and last name. Who is this player? NBA Live 2010 cover. Who's got it? Yes, he did, Brian. Oh, nope. Dude, you can easily Google this, man. It takes like 5 seconds just to Google it. What's up, Jason? Kobe, good guesses, good guesses. Gerardo, I'm going to get to that question in a second. Let me pull that back up in a second. Yeah, that was it. Card collector, you got it, man. It was Dwight Howard. And I wanted to incorporate Dwight because he's been playing really well for the Lakers, for one. Two, he was my favorite player back in 2004 to 2010. That's when I was really watching NBA. And he was supposed to be the savior for the Magic, and injuries and I guess a bit of attitude. But ultimately he left. And when he left, everything went downhill. And I stopped watching the NBA because Pau Gasol was flopping around like a freaking fish out of water, and I couldn't stand that. Plus, my Magic lost. But it's cool to see Dwight Howard doing pretty well with the Lakers. And I actually sold a bunch of his rookie cards. In fact, I got to send out. I mean, this is like small stuff, but I sold 3 of his Topps Chrome rookie cards. I think I got these for $3 to $4 each. I sold it for $60. Nothing huge, but definitely happy about turning $9, $10 into $60, right? And I want the Lakers to win. I want Dwight Howard to do good. Did you say D12? Did someone say D12 before? Because I got card collector here. Yeah, as the first one. Okay. And then let me bring up this question here by Gerardo, because this looks intense. Are there groups where I can search or postcards that have been stolen? Not that I know of, but I will say that I am considering getting a P.O. box just because I've had a lot of issues with mailboxes. I live here in Hollywood in LA, which might sound glamorous, but it's actually half homeless people. And so my apartment's right outside, right like off of a street. So a lot of times Amazon packages and whatnot get stolen from my door. If you guys have any other tips for Gerardo, let him know in the comment section. But I've not heard of any groups. I have heard of groups that will track scam artists, though, like people that are scamming others on eBay. Yeah, and dude, it's cool to see because I remember Dwight Howard. He was just like this scrawny dude getting into the NBA, and then I think in one off season he put on 40 pounds of muscle. It was insane. And then he was so good, except he just missed free throws. And then in I want to say it was 2010, is when they faced the Lakers and lost, I want to say in 5 games. And Courtney Lee missed a huge layup, which would have won 1 game. Dwight missed a bunch of free throws. But that team was the closest the Magic had to a championship besides the 90s when it was Shaq and Penny. But I like Dwight as a personality. I think he had some immaturity. He had some ego issues, but now he just strikes me as a guy that I could have a conversation with, and he has a good attitude, good demeanor. Oh, shit. Okay, so on your screen, I'll tell you what. Are you saying, Card Collector, are you saying that on your screen, Mike Levinson's comment was first? Because on mine, it was different. But I'll tell you what, if that's the case, I'll just both give you something. So Mike Levinson and Card Collector, email me that you said D12 Dwight Howard as the answer to the second question. Because, yeah, on my screen right here, Card Collector, you were first. Jason, that's a good point. Jason, how are you feeling? Because you got in a serious car accident, destroyed your leg, on all sorts of pain medications, which you could sell. If you have extra pain meds, you could sell those in order to buy more cards. I'm just saying it's an option. All right, guys, I have no idea. Whoever was first on that, let me know. Just send me an email. It's nothing big, so it's not like, I'm going to give you like a huge PSA 10 refractor rookie, but whoever it is, please let me know. I'd love to give you something. Okay. What's on your mind? We got about another 15, 20 minutes to go, and I got one more giveaway. Yeah, I see all this confusion here with this, but okay. My question for you guys, after seeing this much of NFL action, who do you think is underrated right now? Who do you think is a sleeper based on what you see? And one guy that comes to mind, I don't know his prices right now, but I feel like Drew Brees is getting shit on, because like the Saints aren't looking that good. But Drew Brees was one guy that I'm really intrigued about his prices, just because he doesn't have Michael Thomas, and I think he has more and more of a chip on his shoulder because he's not looking that great. But the Saints are still a strong team, and it's a long season. So Drew is on my radar right now. Nick Foles, yeah, man. Well, Nick Foles I'm sure his card prices have gone through the roof. I hope that no one has a Mitch Trubisky cards right now, because, and you know what, he does look bad. Drew Brees isn't looking good now. It's just a matter of, it is Drew Brees, and do you count him out the way that I feel like Aaron Rodgers was counted out last year or going into this year, where no one was talking about Aaron Rodgers cards. And I don't know if that was just a chip on his shoulder that he could just run with, or if he was actually that good. But regardless, I feel like Drew Brees is too good of a quarterback to stay in a slump like this. That's my theory. But I hope he does. I'm a Bucs fan. And the Niners, man, yeah, I had no idea. Matt Stafford. The other thing too, man, people were making fun of me about getting on Adrian Peterson cards. And what I loved about Adrian Peterson is that he's so established. He's like one of the greatest ever. He's still playing, and he has all these records. And I know it's not Adrian Peterson of 10 years ago, but I want to say they just announced that he'd be the primary running back. And I forgot what team he just got released to. I think it's Detroit. But he's now going to be the primary running back there. And I'm like, dude, Adrian Peterson is the definition of an amazing running back that could last a decade or more, while all these other running backs, you're nervous about them leaving and like getting injured or just not being as good and being replaced after 4 years. Yeah, I mean, dude, AP he might not hit 200 yards a game anymore, but in terms of a running back that should hold value, I'd say Adrian Peterson for sure. What do you guys think of Cam Newton, though? And yeah, dude, sorry, your Falcons, like, that must be heart-wrenching to be a Falcons fan. Josh Allen has played really good, Jason. I would love to see Aaron Donald's cards actually get respect, because I saw that strip sack. I was like, dude, this is like that comedy movie where you have it's kind of like Joanna Man or something. You have like this giant freak going into a league where it's a bunch of 10-year-olds, or like a bunch of, it's just a different league, and he goes in there and just tears people apart. And it's hard to even believe that someone that's in that same league can be dominated the way that those offensive linemen are. See, I haven't seen any. Rogers looks amazing. Gerbil, I'm sorry, I'm not into baseball, but feel free to ask your questions here for others, because other guys are into baseball. I'm looking at the stats, and I'm not seeing anything statistically great about Cam. I'm looking at it like, all right, we're going to run the ball a lot. We're going to do a couple things, but it's more like, I don't know if it's just temporary, if it's like until you learn the system, we're just going to run the ball a lot and do these little plays. But the stats weren't really impressive for Cam. So I'm curious to see how he evolves in the Patriots system, if he's actually going to be able to throw for 350 yards or 400 yards, or if not. All right, great question from Cody. If a player comes in late and doesn't have a Prism or Donruss rated rookie, what's his next true rookie card? My first thought would be Select. Donruss Paper is another option. Let me know. Topps Chrome would be older. Topps Chrome would be, I believe, baseball or just pre-2012. But if it's a newer NFL or NBA player, then to me, Select is up in there, and then Donruss Paper. Well, I'm okay if y'all like Cam, because I have a couple of his rookie cards I bought, and so I'm happy to sell those at a premium. Okay, so one of the big questions before the season was, who's going to do better? Cam Newton and the Patriots this year, what's the record, versus Tom Brady and the Buccaneers? And the Bucs started rough, but then they got a win in week 2. Not the best, but then last week they looked even better. The second half offense wasn't very great, but in terms of getting Gronk in, and then Godwin's coming back, and then all these pieces, I'm excited about the Bucs. But do you think the Patriots will have a better record after 16 weeks than the Buccaneers? And yeah, I have a lot of these Calvin Ridley cards. I've been selling them like crazy on StarStock and ComC. Good question by Gerbil. So there's always licensing, and I don't know all the back-end stuff with licensing. What I do know is that every so often they've got to re-up their license. And so you have Panini, who, what the card shop owner here in LA told me is that they have like the stranglehold. They have a lot of resources, and they ought to win the next licensing agreement with NBA and NFL, but that would be after next year. So we're talking about a year and a half or 2 years where Upper Deck or Topps could try and come and take that away, and then become the sole manufacturer or provider of these cards, in which case first-year Prism, first-year Optic might be like drastically different. It might be like not even desirable anymore, but that's probably not going to happen, and that's still a year and a half, 2 years away. But there's always licensing, right? You think of why it's so hard. I can't watch games. My Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I can't watch their games from LA because licensing, I have to be in a certain area. Now it's like this station only. So they have all their really strict agreements because so much money's at play. But it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, but what I hear is Panini has way more resources, a lot more money. I just wish it wasn't named Panini, because every time I think of Panini, I just think of the damn sandwich. And it's like, yeah, I got my Panini card. It's like, I don't know. Brian, as for now, I'm just selling because I don't know. I think it's just I want to see the raw cards. If I go raw, I want to just see every single card the way ComC has it. But I'm happy to sell those cards because on StarStock, if you don't know, StarStock, they have raw cards in class A, B, and I believe C now. So you don't actually see the card that someone had sent in, but it'll say PSA 10, PSA 9, PSA 8, raw A, raw B, raw C. And those are just classes of how good the raw card is, but it doesn't show you. So you can't actually look in there and say, you know what, I think this would be a 9 or I think this would be an 8. And they're working on that feature, and they should have that live at some point in the future. But because of that, and because I love to see all the cards laid out, I'm using CompC to buy. I just haven't had anything shipped to me yet. But one little bit of news for CompC is that I had all these orders, all these submissions from the last couple months, and a lot of them got processed on CompC last week. But my biggest one, which was July 13th, that was the due date. So I sent it in late June. It was 481 cards. Sent it in, and it was going to be due July 13th, and kept getting pushed back. Now it's up to October 6th. But what scares me about it is that other orders under that same 3-week submission category have been processed already that I'd sent in months later. So my question is, why in the world was that submission not done? Why are none of the cards uploaded into CompC from something that was 2 months prior when compared to the ones that I sent in a few months ago, and they're in the system already? And I hope they didn't mess up any cards, get it exchanged, lose any, stuff like that. But it makes me nervous because it was, originally July 13th, then August, then September, and then late September, and then now it's October 6th, and that could get pushed back again. But unfortunately, there were a lot of NFL and NBA cards that I wanted to sell during the playoffs of the NBA and during the preseason or the warm-up to NFL season that I can't do. As for Tyler Hero, I like that approach. We're seeing that with every NBA player. And even if they win, I got a little smoothie right here. Hold on. Even if they win the championship, what I've heard, at least, I'd love for you guys to confirm, is that the prices really peak at the hype, not at the merit. So right now should be the highest prices for Tyler Hero, not when he wins. Because when you think about it, if the Heat win, even if he hits the game-winning shot, maybe that night and the next day would be high. But then if you buy that card at the high, well, now what? You're holding it for the off season, and then you're holding it for next season, and then you're hoping he has another moment that's as good as hitting a game-winning three-pointer in the finals. It's probably not going to happen. So no matter what, it's like hype is super high right now. If he hits a game-winning three in the finals, I would be selling like crazy. Yeah, but the parallels, yeah. Maybe, man. Maybe I'll just bitch at him. But honestly, I that's why I like having this platform. I can bitch at them with all y'all. Okay. I want to do sports lots I've not heard about. So I need to hear a bit more about that before I look into it. And I want to do my last giveaway before I sign off. David, biggest appreciation. Now, from a financial standpoint, I think of my Braden points as great appreciation. It's the fact that the culture of the U.S., the times we're in right now, everything has been dark, everything has been heavy, everything has pretty much sucked, and sports cards have been an escape. Not only just this money-making side hustle, but it has been the escape where I can shoot the shit with all y'all. We can agree, disagree, we can banter, we can do whatever. And it is literally one of the only escapes right now, because even sports, very political, which, it's cool that they're standing up for what they believe in, but it's just, you can't escape the gravity of what's going on in the world. But sports cards seem like this little oasis where, hey, we can have fun. This is still, at the end of the day, pieces of cardboard and foil with athletes that we admire on them. And being able to connect with my best friend, Andy, more so now than before, I think is amazing. So hopefully you guys are connecting with a lot of other cool people in this hobby. And that's what I love about this community too, is that there's no negativity. I pretty much eliminate everyone that trolls the pages, that trolls the videos, that is like posting negative shit, because it's not about agreeing or disagreeing. It's about a level of respect and loving the hobby for whatever it is that we want out of it, whether it's a way to make money, a way to connect with our son or daughter or our father or our friend, or just a way to like escape and just talk about something that's pretty cool and kid-like versus all the other stuff out there. Yeah, man, this is fun, dude. Ben Simmons, yeah, dude, Ben Simmons was one guy I was looking into as well. There's going to be a lot of guys looking into. Hey, card collector, you called it. You called it in my last live stream. So I'm impressed so far. We'll see what he does in the finals, but there's a lot to live up to. The higher his prices go, the more he has to over deliver to warrant those prices. So if you're buying, you have a higher risk tolerance than me and then a couple others. But if you're buying or you're holding, that's cool. I just would rather play for double the price, get out, move on, versus go for 5x or 10x the price. Because I'll give you an example. I got an offer on a Nikita Kutrav BGS 9 rookie card. Now, Nikita Kutrav, if you don't know, he is the main goal scorer for the Tampa Bay Lightning. They just won the Cup. This I put it up for $199. I got only one offer for $150, and I paid $75. And I said, you know what? I should get more than $150. I should go for $170 on a counter offer. And then I reminded myself, I said, Brad, you just doubled your money in a couple months that you could have this $150, $75 a profit, you can move on, versus trying to squeeze out an extra 10 or 15. And I wanted to just remind myself that that's pretty damn cool. It's cool to just double your money and be able to move it on, because, if I could double my money over and over and over again, then that's pretty sweet. Oh, shit. Oh, stop sharing. Dude, guys, man, my fancy camera, the battery died. I didn't know I had to have the battery going. I thought I could just do it on here. So look how bad it is now. It looks like I'm freaking in 1994. But anyways, yeah, David, I'm back. My camera, really fancy camera. I'll show you here real quick. Really nice. I like this thing, but I guess the battery has got to be on, even though it's connected to the computer. With that being said, I got one more giveaway before I head out. Let me put this down before I break my fancy camera. So one more giveaway. Okay. I'd be very impressed if you guys get this without looking it up and guessing. All right. Here are two hints. I'm going to give you one hint, see if anyone answers it, and then the second hint. But it's name the player, first name and last name. The first hint is that his first name is the title of a song sang by a popular 80s band. And it's not the most common song, but it's still out there. Dude, I love these comments now. But you guys got to answer that. First name. Okay, I'll give you the second name, or a second hint. Second hint, his name means Lord have mercy in Greek. That's his first name. So what's his first name, and last name? And if you guys don't get that, I'll give you one more hint. Sarah Jones. Jesus. Dude, El Duderino, I appreciate it, man. It's a weird time for a lot of us. So I really appreciate that. All right, let me see the new comments. Someone. Okay. No, so it's not Bam. It's not, I don't know who the hell Sarah Jones is. Yes. Okay. First person that I see right here is Mike Levinson, Kyrie Irving. So Kiri is a name from a song by Mr. Mister, who has that song Broken Wings. Take these broken wings. So the song's called Kiri, and Kiri means Lord have mercy. So look it up. Kiri's a really cool song. Mike, you're the first one on my screen. Now everyone else, I see Kyrie, Kairu, Lol. I see everyone else. But message me on the comebackcardinvestor.com. Go to the contact page and then just message me there saying, it's Mike. I said Kyrie Irving. And then I will think of a price for you guys. I can't believe how bad this webcam looks after going from that fancy camera that drains my battery like crazy. And I I can't do that, man. If I'm self-conscious about one thing, it would be singing, especially in high pitches. If it was like a country song, like "This is God's country." If it's a country song, I feel better with my voice, but I can't do the high pitched stuff. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for your comments. Have a wonderful night. I'm going to eat cake, but again, all I've had is 3 sips of smoothie this whole day, so I need to have that first. I will see y'all next time. Remember, if you won, message me, and I will see you later. Go Lakers, go Bolts, go Buccaneers. See you next time.